Today on Bakes and Blenders, we're going to be making pecan streusel cookies. These chewy drop cookies are loaded with crunchy streusel, white chocolate chunks, and chopped pecans. They are so delicious. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is add all of your dry ingredients to a bowl and give that a good whisk to combine, then just set it aside. Add your butter and your sugar to the bowl of a stand mixer, and you're going to beat this on a low speed until everything is well combined, but you're not trying to incorporate a ton of air. The brown sugar helps keep these cookies nice and moist and chewy. I also like the flavor it adds. I used a mixture of light and dark brown sugar, honestly just to finish up a bag, but you can use all dark brown sugar for a really chewy cookie, or if you prefer it slightly crispier, you can do light brown. It'll still be chewy though. Don't forget to scrape your bowl down once or twice during this process. Then you can add your vanilla. Beat that on low until combined. Then you can stop your stand mixer, scrape your bowl down, and add your egg. Again, beat on low until combined. If you need to, pause and scrape your bowl down again. You can find a link to the recipe card with ingredients, quantities, and instructions in the description box below this video. Add your dry ingredients to the bowl and beat on a low speed until just combined. You do not want to overmix your cookie dough because then they will be a bit tough, so a few streaks of flour at this point is totally fine. Then scrape your bowl down to make sure that any bits of dry ingredients that are stuck on the bottom of the bowl are going to get incorporated. Now we're going to add the delicious mix-ins. I've got my streusel. It's been baked in the oven so it's nice and crispy. Then I'm using white chocolate chips with a few leftover cinnamon roll truffles in there as well, and then your chopped pecans. Add those to the bowl and then mix on low until only just combined. Make sure to check out the link in the description box below. Not only will you find the recipe there, but there's also a lot of information about the different streusels you can use in this recipe and your different white chocolate options. Grab your cookie dough, some trays, some extra streusel, extra white chocolate, and you're going to want your cookie scoop. Now we can portion out our cookies. Using a cookie scoop is such an easy way to portion the dough. A nice level scoop, and they'll all be the exact same amount so that they bake evenly. They will also be really nice and round, so they will look beautiful as well. You can find links to the products that I've used in the description box below this video. Continue to scoop and portion out your cookie dough until it is all gone. Top each scoop of cookie dough with a generous portion of your streusel. Kind of press it in as best you can. If you actually have quite a lot of streusel to use up, you could also very gently pick up the cookie dough scoop and just kind of press it into the bowl of streusel. That's an option for you, but I did not do that. Then you can go in and add a handful of white chocolate chips to every one of your cookie scoops, being very careful not to knock off too much of your streusel. If you really wanted to, you could also add some extra pecans to the top of your cookie. There are pecans in the streusel, so I chose not to do this, but if you're a huge pecan lover, have at it. Place your finished cookies in the freezer for an hour before transferring them to a Ziploc freezer bag. Then leave them in the freezer for at least 3 to 4 hours, but I always do overnight. When you're ready to bake your pecan streusel cookies, just take them straight from the freezer and place them onto a baking sheet lined with a silicone mat or parchment paper. Bake as many cookies as you want and just leave the rest of the cookies in the freezer, and you can have a hot, fresh baked pecan streusel cookie whenever the mood strikes. I bake my frozen cookies at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 24 minutes. You want the edge of the cookie to be set and a light golden brown. Let the cookies cool on the baking sheet for 5 to 10 minutes before transferring them to a cooling rack. I love the brown sugary goodness of these pecan streusel cookies. They are soft, chewy. The streusel mixed in the cookie dough adds this nice texture that's not quite a crunch, but so delicious. It is crunchy on top, and then you've got pecans and white chocolate. There's just so much going on. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you get to bake these cookies soon. If you enjoyed this video, check out what's on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy baking!